Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel again. So in this video we are going to watch the book which name is The Old Man and His God, and this is written by Sudha Murthy, and this is our chapter number 6 and part 1. So guys, if you haven't watched my previous videos, so don't worry, I will upload the whole playlist video in this section, so you will able to check it out all of this. So let's get started today's topic. So our topic name is The Journey. So, way back in 1974, before Infosys was even a gleam in our eyes, young Narayan Murthy was working as a team member in CESA, a French firm which was building software for handling air cargo at the then newly built Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris. He was very shy and idealist. The money was good, and whatever remained after sending back home to fulfill his various family obligations, he donated to organizations working for the development of our country. His views tended to be leftist, and he was an ardent believer in the principles of Marxism. After working in France for a few years, he wanted to come back to India, but unlike the other young Indian engineers, he decided to hitchhike his way back from Paris to Kabul. Carrying his backpack, he took ideas in car and trains, or simply walked when nothing was available. Little did he know when he set out that his backpack journey would change his destiny as well as affect many other lives. One wintry Sunday morning, hitching from an Italian town, he read in this a border town between what was then Yugoslavia and Bulgaria. Once inside the communist bloc, Murthy realized it was not going to be easy to get rides from passing motorists, so he decided to take a train to Sofia, the capital of Bulgaria. Thus, on reaching Nice, he straightaway walked to the local railway station. His efforts at buying breakfast at the restaurant were not successful since they would not accept the Italian currency he was carrying and the banks were closed. Murthy slept off on the platform till 8 p.m. When the Sofia Express arrived at Nice, the train generally stopped there for about 2 hours to handle the immigration chores. Murthy got on the train and took his seat. To his delight, the compartment was nearly empty. Being an introvert, he was quite happy to be alone. As he sat reading a book, a tall, blonde, and beautiful girl entered the compartment and settled down in the adjacent adjacent seat. Murthy remained buried in his book and did not even bother to exchange a smile. Usually, women anywhere on earth are talkative, and the girl broke the ice and struck up a conversation with him. When she got to know that he was from India, which then was much in favor of communism and socialism, the conversation naturally veered towards their country's various policies. Slowly, they began talking about their personal lives as well. The girl explained her situation. I am from Sofia. I was sent to I was sent on a scholarship by the government of Kiev University to do my PhD. There I met a nice young man from East Berlin. We liked each other and decided to get married. Saying this much, she sighed. What was the matter? Why did you not get married? Murthy asked sympathetically. We did get married, and that was the problem. We applied for permission to marry a citizen of another country to our respective governments. They agreed, except that Bulgaria wanted me to complete the term of my bond in my country, and my husband was asked to stay back in East Germany for the same period. The result is I travel to East Germany once in 6 months, while my husband comes to Sofia once in 6 months. This has become extremely frustrating for both of us. We have lost all hopes of leading a normal married life. She said. Murthy was touched by his predicament. He said, it is an unfair system. Whether it is a communist or a capitalist country, issues like the choice of partner for marriage or job and the freedom of expression should not be curtailed. All this time, a boy was sitting next to the girl. He had tried talking to her, but she had not been interested. Murthy and the girl were conversing in French, and the boy had not been able to understand much of what they were talking. After listening to them for a while, the boy disappeared and came back with two burly, fierce looking gentlemen without uttering a word. One of them caught Murthy by his shirt collar and dragged him on the platform. The other person took the girl away. Murthy was locked up in a small, dingy room with hardly any ventilation. There was no furniture or heating and only a crude toilet in one corner. He sat down on the floor in the daze. What had happened? Why was he locked up like a criminal? What had happened to the girl? Gradually, he figured it was a discussion on rights and duties of citizens in a communist country that had upset the boy and the cops. So that's all guys for today. If you, I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you soon in next video.